Good evening and welcome to the Kaplan Center for tonight's women's volleyball match. The Vassar College Brewers are in town to play your Mount St. Mary College Knights for a non-conference clash. My name is Bob Houck and I can't get my script right, but I will be on the call on my lonesome tonight for this Friday evening volleyball match. Ladies, we'll take the court in just a moment here. The Mount in white and blue on your right side. Vassar College Brewers on the left in the maroon. Vassar comes in this matchup 8-3 on the year, your Mount 4-8. And historically, the Mount has never beaten Vassar. They're 0-4 against the Brewers. This will be their fifth meeting. 0-1 at home, 0-2 at home. No, 0-1 at home, and 0-3 on the road. So they'll be looking for their first ever victory against the Brewers. So we're going to be in for an exciting one tonight. If you enjoy offense, you're in for the right game. Vassar College's leading kill haver, Maura McAuslin, leading the squad with 135 kills, which is quite a bit for those who don't watch volleyball. And the tandem of Janiyah Williams and Juliana Simone have 98 and 95 kills, respectively. So this will be an exciting matchup. It's number 9, Francesca Medrano, is going to serve it away for Vassar as the gym gets fired up, and we will be underway. The service is hit, and let's party. Clean dig, Seymour with the set. Williams to drop one in. A free ball to come through from Vassar. A swing comes through from the outside, hardly hits the back line. Lineman's there. Point goes to Vassar, and that's how the match is going to start. Medrano again at the service line. Vassar hyping her up. She'll send it away. A low line drive. Digs a little off. A heavy back row swing from Simone gets dug. McAuslin with another swing gets deflected. It's back up. Free ball will be pushed back. Clean set and a swing from number 8, Aaron Lovett. The leading blocker for block haver for Vassar is going to smash one into the floor. It's going to be 2-0 Vassar, and that's how this contest is going to continue to roll. The Knights do average more errors per set than Vassar does, so they're going to have to try and maintain that if they want to win this matchup. As a looping swing comes through from Williams, gets pushed out of bounds. That's going to be 3-0 Vassar. This is a clean start for the Brewers. Not a hot start for the Knights. They'll want to try and get themselves together here and coordinate a clean pass to Spike. Or swing, I apologize. I sound like an amateur up here. It's a very calm Friday and very lax. I apologize. I will hopefully be locked in the next few points. Service comes through, a low line drive. Gets shanked upwards. A free ball comes through from the Mount. Pass is shanked. Another free ball from Vassar. See what the Mount will do with it. Setter's out. A swing from Williams, pushed well out of bounds, over the block. That's going to be 4-0 Vassar to start this match. I dropped my pencil, but I don't believe I need it. Difficulties of being by yourself in the booth. Jim's getting louder from the maroon side. Another service is pushed over the bar. Clean set. A heavy swing for the middle. Puts one through. 4-1 Vassar. A monstrous swing from Lavelle. A gorgeous 2-ball. 4-ball, I apologize, from Seymour. Back down Broadway. Almost lost my headset. Seymour with the service. A looping ball hits the bottom of the tape. That's going to be a Vassar point. Knights give it away immediately. I apologize for losing you guys for a minute there. I tried to grab my pencil, and the headset got yanked off my head. Number 13, Maura McAuslin with the service on the left side. Vassar getting fired up. A looping jump serve hits the bottom of the tape. That's going to be a point for the Knights. 5-2 Vassar. Janiyah Williams will step on the line for the service. Just on top of the lettering for college. She's, I believe, off your camera. A looping serve falls in. A swing from McAuslin is going to fall through the block, and that's going to be a point for Vassar. A back row swing from McAuslin gets home, as that's going to send number 2, Ellie Kogan, to the line, the libero, as the Mount will try and regain some momentum here. Service is away, a looping ball. Gets passed up. Lavelle pushes it over. Let's see what Vassar does here. Another great dig. Swing from Dillon gets popped up. See what Vassar sets up. Back row swing from McCausland. Heavy swing. Gets deflected straight into the floor from Williams' arms. That's going to be another point for Vassar. And McCausland is already moving very loose in this first set. Doing as she pleases as things get underway here. Not a great look for the Knights within these first 10 points. Looping service. A clean set and a hard swing from Dillon. Gets dug up by Vassar. A low push tip. Seymour to reset. Another ball for the Knights to reset from. A back row swing from Williams. Punches it straight into the tape. That's going to fall on the Mount side. 8-2 Vassar to get this one rolling, as I've said about 5 times now, I think. So we're beyond the start of the match. First 10 points. Vassar's up 8-2. Not the ideal start for the Knights, but they'll get into the latter half of this set. Spiro checks in on the back row, and second-year coach Skylar Kellum will hope to get her girls rolling. Looping service falls into the donut. Ricocheted around by the Knights. That's going to be a point for Vassar. 9-2 Vassar. A timeout is immediately taken by Coach Kellum. Vassar's very, very fired up here on the left. And the airs have fallen straight out of the tires of the Knights. We'll have to hope to get the Tacoma rolling once again. And I'll be back in a minute. Coming back out from the timeout here, I hope that the supposed static from my mic that I'm being informed of is no longer present. We will resume play. The music's a little bit too loud. I hope it's not getting picked up on the mic too much. Vassar resume with it. Number 2, Ellie Kogan on the service on the far left of your screen. Don't know if she's in frame. We do not have the fanciest technology here at the Mount. Still a great broadcast as it's pushed away. Mistake on the back row from Piro. It's going to result in another point for Vassar. They're going to hit double digits first, 10-2. They're flying straight out of this timeout. A looping service is pushed towards the back. Seymour with a set. Dillon with a heavy swing. Going to fall just barely out of bounds to that back corner. Great spot. Just couldn't put it where she wanted it. It's going to be 11-2 Vassar. Another service underway. Heavy swing by Simone, gets pushed straight back into her face. That's going to be a point for Vassar. Heavy, heavy block from Vassar. As the team's leading block haver, Erin Lovett, is going to shove that one straight down into the wood, and she's going to continue to up her tally. Heavy swing from Lavelle. Gets deflected. That's going to be a point for the Mount. Very, very heavy swing to get us out of this unfortunate run of play. 12-3 Vassar, as Erin Lima will step on the service line with her ribbons and hair for the service. A looping ball is dropped into Vassar's half. Heavy middle swing. Rebecca Gutierrez is going to get the kill. Immediately back to Vassar's side. A wonderful, wonderful play from the middle. Ball is played out. Swing from Dillon. A little too deep. That's going to be another point for Vassar. 14-3. So Erin Levitt will be back on the serve with her two-tone knee pads. Quite a stylish duo there. She resets herself and prepares to send it away. Jump serve loops into the back. Well played ball from the mount. Swing from Simone gets dug. Another heavy swing from Vassar. Mistake on the back row is going to result in another Vassar point. It's 15-3. Holland Kaplan with a heavy swing from the outside there. It's going to result in Vassar point and another timeout. And I will not leave you this time, because I'm by myself, so you don't want too much dead space, of course. Another full minute timeout. Not a hot start from the Knights, but of course, it's not difficult to point out the obvious. Vassar College, a very prestigious school. Alumni the likes of Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep, and Jacqueline Kennedy. Found that intriguing in my research today. So shout out to those three women who have no idea who I am. And Vassar on a slight skid here after going on a 5-game winning streak. They lost 2 in a tri-match. Their last loss to Williams College, a 3-0 defeat. Looking to get themselves back on the road. MSMC follows a defeat from WestCon not too long ago. They were on the road there in Connecticut. Now they're back home. They hope to get themselves recollected here as they're down 15-3. And Lovett will be back on the service. A looping ball to the back line. It's going to deflect straight off of Lima for a service ace. Some excitement coming from the Vassar side as they just continue to fly in this first set. Some chance coming from Vassar's bench as they fire their server up. She drops one in. It's passed up by the Knights. Heavy swing from Simone. Apologies. A ridiculous set and an unbelievable push over the net. Oh my goodness. A kill to the back row there gives Vassar a 17-3 lead. A very, very impressive set from Francesca Medrano, the junior setter from Nagaroti, Nicaragua. Wow. Very cool. Welcome to the U.S., my friend. Though you've been here probably a long time, but welcome to the Berg. Service is back up. Clean pass and a heavy swing from Simone. It's dug straight up. Huge swing from Vassar. Holland Kaplan with a monstrous kill down the line there. Says, test me if you want. No, I'm not having it. 18-3 Vassar here as they're fully running away with this one. Floater dropped in low there. A shanked pass is going to fall on the floor. 19-3 Vassar. This is turning into a little bit of a disaster here to start the match for the Knights. More chance coming from Vassar's side. They only get more fired up here as they're on the road. A looping service is going to be played by the Knights. The first ball they've gotten over in a while here. Free ball played. A slide and an unbelievable kill. Rebecca Gutierrez with a remarkable slide and a remarkable swing. Another sensational set from Medrano there. Over her shoulder, just drops it in the bucket. Gutierrez says, no more of that. As Vassar hits 20. Another service gets passed up. Knights pushes one over. Gets blocked back down. Simone with a swing. Dug up by Vassar. Heavy swing. That's going to be in for Holland Kaplan. Another kill for the outside hitter. 5'11" junior from Calabasas, California. A little far from home here as she is running a roost against the Knights here early. Another mistake on the back line leads to a service ace. A remarkable run for Erin Lovett on the service line. She's been living there. So substitution is going to be made. Freshman Sienna Pollock will come in for Erin Lima. As Lovett will send this one way again. Looping ball into the back, passed up by the Knights. Right-sided swing from Dillon gets dug up. Back row swing from Lovett, hardly out of bounds. That's going to be Knights ball, 22-4, as Dillon will step up into the service line to try and get something going here late in the set. A looping service, push to the back. back row swing from Vassar gets dug up by the Knights. An outside swing from Simone gets deflected up. A joustless one in the middle here. This is going to get given to Mackenzie Warmeth as she wins a joust against 2 blockers. An impressive feat of strength, as that's going to give the Knights their 5th point of the set. It'll be 22-5 Vassar as the Knights continue to fight back with anything they can find. Looping service dropped into the back. Clean set, a hard swing. It's going to be a kill once again for Holland Kaplan. A very, very heavy swing and a wonderful set from Medrano. As Kaplan will step up to the service line with her pink shoes and white knee braces. More chance coming out from Vassar's side as they're up 23-5. A hard one is hard line drive is spiked straight into this tape there. Bottom of the tape. Apologies, I got a little distracted by that. Straight into the tape as Simone's going to step onto the line for the service. 23-6 Vassar. So we'll see. A looping line drive gets dropped in here. A back row swing. Dug up by the Knights. Hard swing from Williams gets popped way high. Another middle ran by Vassar's going to get pushed straight down by Rebecca Gutierrez. Medrano with another wonderful set. She's been having herself one hell of a start here. Heck of a start. Don't fire me. As Vassar will make some substitutions. Number 11, Chloe Mao, is going to be in for the service. Pass out by the Knights. Fredericks with the set. Williams with the swing. Vassar digs it up once again. Heavy swing from the outside. A mistake, and that's going to be Vassar's point and the set. McCausland with the last kill there. So we're going to switch sides. And Vassar is going to fly away with this first set. I'll be back in just a moment here. Vassar 1, your Mount St. Mary College Knights, nothing. And we're back with a minute left in the timeout. In between sets here, as the Knights try to get themselves rallied back together to jump back into this matchup. Vassar tries to keep themselves calm and keep the ball rolling. The Knights not playing to their strengths quite so much that first set, often averaging 1.5 blocks per set. Not so many there. No blocks that set coming out from the Knights, which is a sign of the game plan not quite panning out. Vassar often flying here. Gutierrez and Kaplan taking over that first set with 4 and 3 kills each. The hands of Francesca Medrano look nothing but perfect. As we will reset, your Knights in white are going to be on the left side now. Vassar on the right in maroon. And I believe you can see it just all right, but the beige-looking line is your touch lines for those trying to track the ball, and those keeping score at home. So if I'm not mistaken, the Knights will start with a service here to start this set. Unless I'm completely incorrect, I'm not sure. Vassar getting fired up on the right side here, if you can hear them. Both sides put their liberos in. Of course, you have to have your starting 6 for said set out before you can move a libero in, for those who don't know. Sophia Fredericks, the junior setter, will start us off here on the far left of your screen. She might be off camera, but she will be in frame in just a moment. And we're underway. A high looping service goes to the back line of Vassar. They'll push in a free ball, see what the Mountain does here. Ball is pushed to the corner by Simone. A heavy swing, or a deep swing from Vassar is going to get pushed out of bounds. The Knights will take the lead immediately here. Already off to a better start, 1-0 Knights, as Fredericks will go back to the service line. Only one setter being played by the Knights, so they're obviously taking a block-heavy approach, having 3 attackers available here on the front line. As a free ball is given back by Vassar once again. Swing will come out from Simone. Dug up by Vassar. Drawn up with a wonderful set. Heavy swing from McCausland. That's going to give Vassar a point. Was not a perfect pass, but McCausland found her hand to it and just punched that straight into the floor. Excuse me. As some substitutions are made for Vassar, and Medrano will serve the ball to get us back underway. Sorry, I'm tripping up on my words. Have a little bit of a cough. A mistake on the back line is going to lead to a Vassar point and a service ace for Medrano. The errors peeping their head out of that yucky burrow once again for the Knights. They'll have to try and get themselves together here if they want to push forward with this set and keep it competitive. Line drive straight in the net. That's going to be 2-2. All sides. There's a service error, results in the Knights getting the ball back, and Simone will be serving. She's off screen, I believe. Service underway. Looping line drive. Pass well by Vassar. An outside ball is set. Tapped home by McCausland once again, I believe. And that will be Vassar's point. McCausland will be on the line for the service. Very quick possession there. Vassar wasting no time to take this point back. They were playing no games, wanting to maintain possession. Service comes out. A low looping ball. A roll shot in from Williams, causing some problems for Vassar. Free ball is going to be available for the Knights. That's not even going to get there. And that's going to be Knights. Point Knights ball, 3-3. They're keeping this very competitive. We're off to a pretty tightly contested start. Right off rip here. Believe Lima will be on the service line here. It's going to be on the very top left of your screen coming into frame just a moment. Jump serve, looping ball. It's going to hit the floor for a service ace. The first service ace in the match for the Knights. A little dance move coming out from the left side as the emoting Lima will go back to the service line to restart us here. 4-3 Knights, their first lead. Maintained lead, I believe, of the match. Another jump serve, deep one. Passed well by Vassar. A tip here. Getting home for Kaplan. Once again, another kill for the young lady. Going to give Vassar a 4-4 draw. So we're all knotted up here. And Ellie Kogan, the libero, will step up for Vassar on the far right of your screen. In the white jersey. Low looping ball is dropped in here. Well passed by the Knights. Fredericks with a deep set to Williams. Goes for a hard swing. Hits it into the tape. Just rolls on the mount side. Ball would have been down anyways, but referees call 4 touches. Of course, you can only touch the ball 3 times in volleyball. As Kogan is going to get this ball back again. And the service will be underway as we speak. A low line drive gets bounced around by the Knights. A swing by Simone. Bounces over the tape. Going to be a tough swing. Not going to get over for Vassar. That's going to be 5-5. Knights ball once again. So that'll send Vanessa Seymour to the line, number 17, far left of your screen. Senior setter from Hopewell Junction, New York. Hammers the ball on the floor a few times, waits for the signal. Service comes over. Deep ball to the back row. Vassar passes it up. Another hard swing from Kaplan. That's going to be a kill for Vassar. Monstrous swing from Kaplan, violent even. 6-5 Vassar, as we're going to keep pushing back and forth here in this tug of war. Number 3, T. Petro is going to step up to the line. I wish you could see the Vassar bench. Every girl on their bench is doing a T-pose right now in honor of their server, T. Petro, who has just gotten a service ace here. 7-5 Vassar, as Vassar's bench continues to get fired up. Another service comes in, looping ball, gets passed around by the Mount. Knights get it over, a free ball, see what Vassar does with it here. Another slide gets blocked up, and it's going to fall down for another kill for Gutierrez. A wonderful set from Medrano. They're loving that slide there on that opposite side. The Mount have no answer for it. Another service from Petro. Passed up by the Knights. A wonderful, wonderful ball right over the shoulder of Lavelle. Lavelle just taps it straight over the net into the donut for a point. That's going to be 6-8 Vassar, as that will send Williams to the line for the service. Very offensive set here from the Mount. As the service comes away, hard hit ball. Bounced around by Vassar. A reset will be had here. Might be a free ball. Passed up very well. Back row swing from Haddon. Not going to quite fall in. And that will be a point for Vassar, 9-6. A not so frequent face. Emily Haddon, the opposite side hitter. In for the Mount, as Holland Kaplan will step up with her pastel pink shoes. She'll be serving from the right side of your screen. Service is away. Low line drive. Pass deep. Call a reach over for Vassar. That's still the Mount's ball. They can't do that. That's going to be a point for the Knights. For those who don't know, before it breaks the plane, if there's an attempt made to set the ball, you cannot push your hands over that tape to block it down. That is illegal. So Aaron Lima will be up to the line for the service in the bright blue jersey, top left of your screen. Waits for the signal. Away she goes. Hard swing into the back row there. A free ball will be pushed over by Vassar. A swing from Simone. Passed up again by Vassar. Another great set and great swing from McCausland. I apologize. I'm losing track of my sheet that I have in front of me. I have every name spelled out in letters, and I can't even keep track of them. McCausland with a monstrous swing off that left side there, getting another kill, causing more problems for that Knights block. Chloe Mao back to the line for the service, top right of your screen. A looping line drive there gets passed up by the Knights. A back row swing from Williams gets bounced around by Vassar. Going to be a form of a free ball here. Going to be a weird set. Back row swing from Williams again. Dropping it into the donut, into the hole. That's going to be a point for the Knights. 8-10 Vassar. The Knights are catching up. Going to have to play a little bit from behind here. The Knights are trying to keep up with Vassar's offensive power. Nothing but fireworks here in this second set. 10-8 Vassar, as some substitutions are made and we come into a little bit of a lull. I'll take just a moment here to sip on some water. Sophia Fredericks to serve on the left side of your screen. So the Mount obviously playing a back row setter with 3 attackers up front to have as much firepower as you can at all times and as much blocking as you can at all times. The middle, played through, blocked back by the Knights. Vassar will have to reset. Swung straight into the tape. Blockers lost it, and it just fell into the Mount side. An unlucky break there. A lucky break for Vassar, 11-8. As Medrano is going to go to the line for the service. So the tallest possible lineup, I believe, or almost tallest possible lineup of blockers here for the Mount, looking to try and play as heavy of a defense as they can against this Vassar attack. A line drive is punched well out of bounds. It's going to be played over for a free ball. Going to stay inside the antennas. Another big swing from McCausland gets deflected. He's getting pushed over by the mount. Free ball for Vassar. See what they do with it here. Back row swing from McCausland. Swing by, not a swing, a pass over by Simone. An awkward one there on the far side from Kayla Hoskins. There's not Pfeiffer. There's not a pronunciation on her name. That is spelled kind of odd. Hill there on the far side of the court. An awkward one, and the Mount are going to lose that point. It's going to be 12-8 Vassar. Andrano with another service. Low line drive. Williams can't quite dig it up. That's going to be another point for Vassar. Service ace. We resume play here. Pushed around by the Knights. A back row swing from Simone. Gets dug up by Vassar once again. Madrano with a great set. McCausland with a monstrous swing. She's going to put one straight through the eyes. That's going to hit the floorboards for a point. That's going to be a timeout in the Mount. Vassar's getting fired up here. So we're going to get a little bit of a timeout. 14-8 Vassar here. Set 2. The Mount trying to find some answers. Some encouraging music here in the background as the Mount try and find some answers here in this timeout huddle. Another positive for the Mount's volleyball team. Vanessa Seymour, the senior setter, earned a Night of the Week honor last week for her run of matches. I was here for one of them. She played one heck of a game and played one heck of a game against WestCon as well. So congratulations to, I believe, 2 consecutive Night of the Week winners for the volleyball team. You guys are stunning. So the Knights immediately resume their position on the court. Vassar's taking just a few extra seconds here with first-year coach Tyler Blank. So welcome on in. Not to the Skyline. Of course, Vassar plays in the Liberty League, but welcome on in to Newburgh, Mr. Blank. The Vassar will resume here. Some calls or communications, I believe, are being made. Madrano will step back up to the line. She'll get us underway into the post timeout. A high line drive gets shanked straight off of Simone's arms. That's going to be a service ace. 15-8 Vassar as they're trying to run away with this set as fast as they can. The Mount are going to have to start trying to grab for some ankles. Another service, a low line drive. Another mistake on the back row there. Another service ace from Madrano. More chants and emotes coming out from the Vassar side. They seem excited. Got coordinated chants for every girl on their team, it seems, which is pretty impressive. So good for you guys. 3 passers and a hidden setter here from the Mount. Bottled around, a swing by Simone gets tipped away by McCausland. That's going to be a point for the Mount. 9-16 as Aaron Lima, I think, is stepping on the line for the service. Apologies, Juliana Simone is stepping onto the line for the service. Aaron Lima is checking out for Sienna Pollock. As the bottom left of your screen, Juliana Simone is going to service away. Punch one straight in the nylon. That's going to be a point straight back to Vassar, 17-9. As Maura McCausland will get this ball back. More fans trickle in here. Thank you guys for attending. Thank you for those listening at home. We appreciate you guys greatly. So looping ball gets dropped in here, passed up by the Knights. Push in here. Wonderful, wonderful play by Descala and Seymour. Or not Seymour, I apologize. Fredericks. Have a dry throat. Wonderful play there. Veterans kill for Descala as she pushes one into an open spot on the court. Sometimes it's just as easy as that. A substitution is made for Warmouth as Ava Robles will check in here. Number 7 on the bottom left of your screen. A sophomore from Center Reach, New York. High looping ball is played in here. Ball is rolled in from the back from McCausland, as that's going to be another kill and another point for Vassar. Vassar's offense cannot be stopped as the Knights are trying to find answers. Two hitters and a libero on the back line passing for the Knights. Not the most optimal rotation here. Fredericks with a set for Williams, pushes it over. That gets blocked down. Pushed back over by the Knights. Another swing by the Knights, stuck again by Vassar. Swing on the outside by Kaplan. Gets pushed away by the Knights. That's going to be a point for Vassar. The longest rally of the match is going to go the Maroons' ways. The Brewers take a 19-10 advantage in this second set. Ellie Kogan will be on the line to serve after the timeout. Callum calls another one to take another breather and communicate with her girls. And we've got a minute. So you've got another minute with me uninterrupted. Some more house tunes being played over the broadcast. Wish you could hear this one. This is a good song. I actually don't remember the name. I just like the tune. But catch our wonderful broadcast team tomorrow for a doubleheader. Me and Lucas Stackpole will be on the call for men's and women's soccer at 12 and 3 p.m. And while we have another few seconds in the timeout, I will find who we're playing tomorrow for those interested at home, so you know which colors not to wear in the morning. Of course, always a great day to wear blue and black. Tomorrow we are playing Manhattanville on both, so don't you dare wear red tomorrow. Otherwise, who even are you? So we'll be coming out of the timeout here in just a moment. A mirror of last time. Both sides resume their positions on the courts. The court, I apologize, not multiple courts. As Kogan stands on her lonesome on the island, waiting to serve. Gets her signal, and we'll be back underway. A looping service into the back here. Two arms get flailed at that, and that's going to get ricocheted almost up to me. That's going to be a 20-10 advantage for Vassar. That was an exaggeration. Of course, that got nowhere near me, but that did come in my direction. I'm well high up in the floating track we have, so that would be a pretty hard hit ball. A looping cross comes in here. A funky left-handed swing from Lavelle gets dug up again by Vassar. Oh, Kaplan tries to push one over the tape. I guess a net call. A lift was called. I did not see a lift, but that's why I'm up here, and the blue shirts are down there. So a point for the Knights, 11-20. As Seymour will step back onto the service line, and she will get us back underway. So the Knights lineup featuring a sophomore, 3 seniors, and 2 first years. A mixed balance for the Knights as a low line drive is hammered in here. This is not going to get over for Vassar. That's going to be a point for the Knights as they're going to try and get themselves back up and running here. 12-20. A looping one to the back. That's going to fall in for a point. A no-touch service ace. That's a damn good serve. Seymour with a wonderfully placed ball all the way to the back corner there. Linesman was there all the way. He said, yes, sir. 13-20 as Seymour is going to give us another chance to see something impressive. A looping one to the back once again. Blocked down by the Knights. That's going to be a Knights point. Pfeiffer cannot quite get a good swing on it. The Knights slapped it straight back over the tape. It's going to be 14-20 Knights as they try to battle back here late in the set. Another looping one. Looping service. Kaplan with a hard swing. That's going to waterfall down the Knights block. They were there all the way. Just didn't seal it quite enough. 21-14 Vassar. As Amy Melchior. There we go. Apologies. Looking for your pronunciation. I apologize, ma'am. Amy Melchior with the service on the right side. A looping service gets top spun straight into the hands of Piro. That's going to fall straight down for us. Vassar service ace, 22-14 Vassar. A looping ball gets punched straight in the air by The Mount free ball pushed over. An awkward one gets swatted away. This will be 23-14 Vassar. I did not quite see what happened. I think it fell into the Mount side and they couldn't get it to pop up the way they wanted it to. Another service here, line drive. Good pass from the Mount. Williams with a hard swing. Just hardly out of bounds. Looked good from here, but I am also 100 feet away from the play, so I can't make the call. Set point for Vassar, 24-14. Another service. A low looping ball. Very, very good pass from the Mount. A hard swing from Lavelle. Gets bounced around. It's going to be a free ball. Another one pushed over. Just hardly not out of bounds. There we go. A point for the Mount. 15-24. The Mount's going to keep themselves alive in this set. So Williams stands on the line for the service. The left-handed swing gets looped over. Drawn with another service. A back row swing from McCausland gets shoved straight back to sender. The Mount's going to get a free ball here. Oh, a wonderful play from Seymour. Fully sold the outside ball coming in. She just drops one into the donut for a quick point. The setter Dom coming home with all the beans and marbles. As the left-handed swing comes in again from Williams. Passed straight into the ceiling by Vassar. A ridiculous set coming out from Medrano. A ball tapped over by Piro. Another set. And a swing by Kaplan straight into the nylon. That's going to give the Knights their 17th point of the set. Almost tripling their total from last set, I believe. As another left-handed swing comes in from Williams. Straight down the eyes. Medrano with a back set to McCausland. Gets looped around. It's going to be a free ball coming out from the Knights. That's not going to quite get there. That's going to be set. And that's going to be a 2-0 lead for Vassar, 25-17. Much, much better set from the Knights. So they'll reconvene here and try and plant the seeds for a reverse sweep. As we're going to take a little bit of a break. I'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back. 50 seconds left in the set change here. Your Knights are going to be in the white on the right. Vassar on the left in the maroon. Much better second set from the Knights. 5 tie scores and 3 lead changes there compared to 0 tie scores and 0 lead changes in the first set. So a lot more fight in the dog here from the Mount St. Mary College Knights. We'll see if they can put something together to string in a set win here in the third. Back against the wall. This is do or die. If you lose here, it's a clean sweep from Vassar. Mr. Brightside comes on in the arena. That fires me up. Hopefully that fires up the girls in white. we will hope for the best going into set number 3. Vassar should start with the ball. The black and maroon will get us started. Lineups are being checked by our wonderful referees, folks in blue and white. Of course, while we have a lull here, I didn't know they actually gave me the names of the referees. So Joaquim Petagrosso, Renz Reyes, Paul Dalzell, and Marcus Frank. Thank you guys for all that you do. I would not be in the booth commentating if you didn't do what you did. So, appreciate you guys as the Claret will get us started here. Vassar, service away. Francesca Medrano will hit a line drive straight into the tape. That's going to be a point for the Mount. They're getting fired up here as Lima's trying to rally the troops. A guttural scream to start off with set number 3. Vanessa Seymour at the line for the service. Slightly different looking rotation coming out from the Knights. Some new substitutions made. A looping set. Hardly falls out of bounds. No touch called. 1-1. Vassar will get this ball back. McCausland will have the service. Some protests coming from the Knights saying that there was a touch. Don't believe there was from my angle. No shade intended, of course. Love you guys and all that you do. Very entertaining, and I love my job. McCausland will get a start on the bottom left of your screen. Away we go. A looping jump serve. Pass is shanked. That's going to fall down for Vassar point, 2-1. The Airs already peeking out from their treacherous burrow once again. Of course, I don't want to be a broken record, but you do tend to hear some repeated sounds from a broken record. So McCausland with another service. This one passed a little bit better. Fredericks with a set. Williams with a swing. I apologize. McCausland with a heavy swing from the back row. That'll be shanked, and that's going to be another point for Vassar. 3-1 advantage. Not the cleanest look for the Knights. Thetis kicked off in set 3. But of course, we got lots of time. Low line drive is played in. Set by, a gorgeous dump by Fredericks. It's going to give the Knights a point. Of course, so much being committed to the block by Vassar that sometimes you can find yourself a little dump there into that open space in between your blockers and passers. They call that the donut where I'm from. As Nicolette Pirro is on the line for the service. A hard line drive is floated in there to the back. A pretty set and a quite nice spike and kill from Elena Foyer. That's going to Elena Foyer. I apologize, ma'am. I do have a pronunciation sheet, and I kind of ignored it. Ellie Kogan back on the line, the libero, with the service for Vassar. A line drive passed up by the Knights. Hard swing from Williams, gets dug. Free ball's pushed in for the Knights, see what they do with it. Hard swing from Simone, gets dug up again. A botched swing from Zwirling is going to fall straight on the Vassar side. 3-4 Knights. That'll send Lima to the line. The libero for the Knights. The Knights do sub in 2 liberos. Sienna Pollock and Erin Lima. Lima, mainly a hitter last year, has converted into a libero. Very good at what she does. A very exciting watch. An awkward swing. The setter is out here. The Knights get the ball back. Dug up by Vassar. A hard block from the Knights. There it is. Full block. 4-4. That's going to knot us up. And that's going to be a point and a service once again for the Knights. I apologize. I'm repeating myself. That was exciting. That was a monstrous block there. Ellen Zwirling, the first-year outside hitter, not quite finding her footing for Vassar. And the experienced wall of the Mount finding that to be free lunch. As a swing is dug by the Knights. An awkward touch. A lift, I believe, was called there. Can't quite cup your hand around the bottom of the ball, which Lavelle, I suppose, was guilty of. So that will be a point for Vassar, 5-4. Unlucky break for the Knights. Number 1, Summer Stern subbing in for the service. A looping ball well to the back. Popped up high by the Knights. A free ball pushed over. See what Vassar does with it. A hard tip from Madrano. An experienced tip from Madrano. That's going to be a point for Vassar, 6-4. Very, very well done to sell that all the way through until she pushed it straight into the floor. And she's having herself quite a match. A shank pass and a swing coming through from the Knights. Simone pushes one over the net. Zwirling with another swing. Deep and in. Whoa. From the other side of town, she pushes that into another area code, and that's going to fall down for a point. An impressive kill from the first year on the far side there, as Vassar will take a 7-4 advantage. Staring back to the service, top left of your screen. A deep ball jumped in. An awkward set for Fredericks. Gets it in for Williams. Swing over. See what Vassar does here. Back row swing from McCausland. A monstrous kill. Falls into the back. That's going to be an 8-4 advantage for Vassar. The block not quite as prolific as it usually is for the Knights, as a pass is made from the service and a hard swing from Simone. A kill. There we go. A much needed kill from the Knights. That's going to send Williams to the line. Pollock checking in for Lima. And some substitutions made up front here as service is made. A sidewinding ball. A hard block. A monstrous block from Seymour and Lavelle. Seymour getting fired up. A huge scream coming out from the senior setter. She is excited to get that one. Zwirling, continuing with her struggles over there on the opposite side against an experienced block. A deep service is pushed in here. A free ball will be had for the Knights. Gets pushed back over. An awkward free ball, I should say. A back row swing from McCausland gets dug up. A great dig by Pollock. And she's going to get a chance to push it over. Just overswung a tad bit there. Got a little excited. Happens to the best of us. I do that all the time in club. Not club, casual, obviously. I am not a very good volleyball player. I do that all the time in my pickups when I play volleyball. Sometimes you don't get it over, don't get under it enough, and it happens. T with a service. A remarkable set and push by the senior duo down the center. A remarkable swing coming out from McCausland once again. Another kill, another point. 10-6 Vassar. And T. Petro, apologies to skip over that. I still love this T chant coming out from the Vassar side. I really wish the camera could see that. That's hilarious. A hard sidewinding ball gets dug up wonderfully by Lima. Miscommunication. It's going to fall down. 11-6 Vassar. Of course, things do get awkward when you're on serve receive. You have to move your setter. In this case, she is hidden. As you can see, she won't receive anything, but sometimes they'll get caught up on one of their hitters, and it does get a little bit awkward with communication. A high looping ball for Simone to tap one over. See what Vassar can do with this. A nice dump from Seymour. A swing comes out from Gutierrez. A kill for Vassar. Apologize. But a timeout from the mount. 12-6 Vassar here at the break. 1 minute. Timeout. You will get me back in 60 seconds. And we are back here coming out of timeout. I got a moment to zone out and ponder, but we are back straight into the action. T. Petro straight back to the line. We'll see what the Mount has to say about this advantage that Vassar has built in this third set. Service underway. The ice works straight into the net there. The Mount is going to get a point back here. Some might say an experienced move from Skylar Kellum to ice a hot server. Works to perfection. She puts his tray in the nylon. Simone will be at the line for the service. A looping set was pushed over by McCausland, got trickled down into the block of the Mount. A lift was called as a blocker tried to push it back up. An unlucky play, an unlucky break. Apologies for that awkward silence. I was trying to figure out what happened on that play. That was a weird one. Number 11, Chloe Mao will check back in for another service for Vassar. As the Claret and Black try to pull ahead a little bit further here in this third set. Another hard service straight into the nylon. That's going to give the Mount a point. The Knights are trailing 8-13. See if they can mount a comeback here. As that will send... No one's moved yet. I apologize. I'm losing track of the rotation. That'll send number 5, Isabella Montemagno, to the line. Montemagno, the sophomore from Queens, New York. As she loops one into the back. Well played ball by Vassar. Great dig. A heavy middle is swung on by Descala. That's going to be a point for the Knights. As they try and get something going here, they're only down 4 points. 13-9 your score. As the white and blue try to battle back. Ball is shanked just a teeny bit, as that ball is going to backspin into the tape. That'll be a point back to Vassar. This advantage staying where it is, a stalemate, though. The further you go, obviously, the further Vassar's going to inch towards that elusive 25. So you don't want that to happen. Number 9, Francesca Medrano, back to the line for Vassar Brewers. She'll be serving on the bottom left of your screen. A hardline drive just punched in there. A wonderful set from Seymour. A heavy swing from Piro. Gets trickled down. A free ball from the Mount. See what they do with it here. Another one straight down Broadway. The Sky with another kill. She's going to push one over the block for a point. 10-14 Vassar. Knights are pulling closer to that elusive draw. They need that tie. They want that tie to get themselves back in this match. Seymour, top right of your screen, serving. A looping ball to the back. Just hardly out of bounds. I think that would have been called in if they had replay review to check the shadow, but that's obviously not where we're at. So Maura McCausland with the ball once again, the bottom left of your screen, as we'll play some tic-tac-toe, some ping-pong with the services. Some changes here made by Tyler Blank on the Vassar side. A line drive is passed up by the Knights. Williams with a monstrous swing right down Broadway. She gets shoved around by the mosh pit here. An explosion from the Knights bench and a huge, huge kill from Janiyah Williams. Janiyah Williams. There we go. I promise I'm not dyslexic. I'm just not reading my script in front of me. Shapiro with the service. A deep ball looped in there to the back. A middle play down. A free ball for the Knights. See what they do with it. Down the middle again. Descala, another kill. Descala taking over in set number 3 here. It's 12-15 Vassar. The Knights are trying to play some catch-up. Hot on the coattails of the Brewers. The Knights are hungry. Nicolette Piro with yet another service. Top right of your screen, number 22. Away we go. Hard line drive played in there. Drawn with the set. Hard swing. Well out of bounds from Zwirling as the struggles continue for the first year. The experience block of the Mount eyeing down that far side of the court. 13-15. The Knights are fighting back as hard as they can. Piro with yet another service. Straight down the line, an awkward pass, a back row swing, and it's in. It's going to wind just in there. 4 points, 16-13 Vassar. Get another phenomenal swing from Maura McCausland. This girl can't be stopped. Ellie Kogan back to the line there in the white top left of your corner. Top left corner of your screen, I apologize. A looping floaters in there. Nice pass from the Knights. Clean play. Gets blocked back down. Just a slight miscommunication. That's going to fall down for a point. Makes it 17-13 Vassar. They reestablish their lead as they want to go home with a clean sweep. And a very short bus ride. I believe they're about 45 minutes from our campus, so not a crazy long journey. A passing mistake, passing error on the back line there makes it 18-13 Vassar. An unlucky break for the Knights after they hit a little bit of a hot streak. They'll have to try and string something together here to get themselves back on track. A looping service. Set a hard swing from Williams straight to the floor. Fredericks hits a fadeaway set straight up above her head. Williams says, "I'll take that all day. Put it in the air, I'll put it home." A huge, huge swing straight over the block. That was unbelievable. As Air Lima will serve, top right corner of your screen. A looping ball down in. Free block for the mount. Does not quite get home. A great dig. Williams pushes one over. Another swing coming out from Vassar. Hard swing from Simone. Gets dug back up. A great rally coming out from both sides. Simone with another deep swing. Dug by Vassar. See what they do with it. A deflection. And a free ball coming through for Vassar. See what they do with this. An awkward one. A free ball for the mount. See what they do with this one. Pushed in deep. And that violation called on Vassar. That's a point for the Knights. I apologize. I was not paying attention to the hand signals of our blue shirts here in front of me. 15-18 is the score. The Knights fighting back with everything they have. An unbelievable rally there to get themselves back on track. 15-18. Aaron Lima with the service, top right of your screen. A deep ball is pushed in towards the wing. An awkward one. That's going to be a service ice. 16-18. Everyone's favorite dancers in the skyline. The Knights breaking out their moves once again as they continue to try and push themselves back into this match. Will themselves even back into this match. Service comes out. Looping ball. See what the Vassar Brewers do with this one. A hard swing. An unbelievable dig in the back row there. A hard swing from the Knights. Another swing coming out from Vassar. That's going to trickle in for a kill. A gunshot of a swing coming out from a Causland there. Puro with a remarkable dig in the back row. Just an unlucky break for the Knights as Summer Stern back to the line to serve for Vassar. A looping ball in here to the back. An awkward set and a lift being called. Too much open palm from Lavelle there on an unlucky break once again. 20-16 Vassar. Vassar the first ones to hit that elusive 20 points. Service. An awkward pass. It's an immediate swing. An awkward one, and that's going to be a kill for Simone. Takes it off the one time, said, "I'll do it myself." 17-20 as Williams is going to go to the line here for the service. A little bit of a shootout brewing here. No pun intended. As Williams' left-handed swing will come forward for the service. A sidewinding ball, an awkward one for Vassar. That's going to fall out of bounds. That's going to be 18-20. Knights are crawling their way back into this one. An exciting, exciting set three. Despite the outcome, this has been a blast to watch. As Williams, top right of your screen, is going to be serving once again. A hard service gets dug up by Vassar. A monstrous swing from Gutierrez right down Broadway is going to give Vassar a 21-3 advantage. They will not give up that lead. A great pass off the service from Stern. Madrano with a great, great two ball right down the pipe as a timeout is being called here by Skylar Kellum of the Knights. So we'll take another break. 60 seconds of unadulterated time with Bob. believe Sexy Bag playing in the arena at the moment. That is pretty entertaining. The next match for the Knights women's volleyball team will be against the Merchant Marine Academy on the 30th of September. I'm trying to figure out if that's a home game or not. It is not. So the next home game you'll get with me is the 8th of October, 6 p.m. The College at Old Westbury will be coming to the Berg for a Skyline matchup, as that will be the conclusion of a 3-game stretch. After today, the Knights will play on the 30th against United States Marine Merchant Academy. They'll play the 4th against St. Joe's Long Island, and then they'll play Old Westbury on the 8th, and that's when you'll get me back. So I hope my time here tonight does not end this set. I hope a comeback is underway, as it is 18-21 when we resume. Some substitutions, I believe, being made for the Brewers. An entertaining one nonetheless, despite the outcome. T. Petro will go back to the line for the service. The floater's dropped in low. That's going to be a service ace. 22-18 Vassar. An impressive service there from the junior serving specialist. She is registered as a defensive specialist, but so far she's only been used on the service. So a high winding ball for the Mount. A joust gets pushed straight back down into the Mount's court. 2 hands is called on the Mount. Of course, you can't, or I'm trying to find the right word. You can't touch the ball with 2 hands at 2 different times. It has to be at the same time. You can't stagger your hands when you touch it. 23-18, Petro with another service. Passed up by the Knights. Deep swing from Simone. A clean set and swing from Vassar. Gets dug up by the Mount. Another swing from the Knights. Gets deflected in for a point. So goes Simone. Not Simone, I apologize. Simone pushed it over. Came back over. Lavelle with the deflection straight off the block. I believe it was supposed to be 19-23. I could be incorrect. Scoreboard is not updated. There it is. Okay. So I'm not losing track. Simone with a deep service. It's going to fall in for a service ace. 20-23. We're in for a barn burner here. A photo finish, if you will. The Knights are trying to find themselves into this tie. They've been chasing Vassar the entire set. This is their time to do it if they were to choose one. Another service in from Simone. A deep one, curled out of bounds. That's going to be another point for the Knights. 21-23. They are fighting their butts off here to try and get this game tied up. And I'm having a damn good time calling it. So some excitement building in this gymnasium as quite a few people have trickled in here. Quite a few spectators. Another service top right of your screen from Simone. An awkward pass from Vassar. An awkward swing. And a free ball will be reset from Vassar. See what they do with it here. Another awkward ball. Free ball going to come out for Vassar. See what they do with this one. Free ball for the Mount. See what they do with this. Seymour with the set. Hard swing from the 22-23. I can hear that one from up here. I can tell that was a huge swing. Got all of her palm on that one. Probably felt the exterior of the ball meld into her hand. A monster swing that shatters the floorboards. The service again. High pass from Vassar. An awkward one pushed over. The Knights have a chance to rally back here. Pirro with a swing. An awkward one for Vassar. A free ball is going to get pushed over. See what the Knights do with this. Swing from the Knights. Awkward again for Vassar. Dug by Pollock. Pirro pushes a free ball over. And we'll do it again. A tip. A pancake does not come through. 24-22 Vassar. An exciting rally there ends for Vassar Point. An unlucky break for the Knights. So they'll have to be absolutely perfect here to draw 2 straight points off of the Brewers. So nothing but a difficult challenge for the Knights here as they do not want to get swept. Chloe Mao back to the line. Bottom left of your screen will be serving for the Brewers to try and close this out. A service error, and the Knights are going to get a chance to tie this one up. 23-24. You can't make this stuff up. So, I believe number 4, Allie Kenny, will check in here for the service. Typically used as a serving specialist. Gets a chance to tie this one up. Gets her thoughts right. Service is away. Falls in for Vassar. A hard swing, that's going to come straight down with no touch. That's going to be 25-23 Vassar ball. Set point, match point. An exciting one here in set 3, but that's going to be 3 Vassar, 0 Knights. As Vassar will come away with a non-conference victory in an unfortunate skid for the Knights. And the Knights will fall to 4-9. They will try and regroup against the Merchant Marine Academy on the 30th. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Excited to be back in the booth tomorrow for our Alumni Weekend special. You'll see 2 soccer matches from me and Lucas. So in the meantime, God bless and stay safe, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Thank you.